What's up, everybody? Got the dub. That's all that matters, right?
It's really all that matters.
It's all that matters. All right, welcome back to another washed up post game. I'm Eric Mika, joined by the coolest guy I've ever met, TJ Haws. Why are you
Well,
laughing? It's really how I feel.
thank you. That
Yeah,
means
no
a lot
problem.
to me.
We're joining all of you wonderful Cougar fans, Cougar Nation tonight after the 76-70 dub against TCU. That was sheesh, that was a close one. That was a very close one.
It just felt like that whole game, some guys are sick. It just felt like that one was just like a messy game from start to finish. But
Yeah.
we won. And
But we won.
like we talked about this on our last show against the Utes. It's like good teams just find ways to win.
Yep.
And like no matter what, it's just like we found a way to win. And like watching that game, it just didn't feel good the whole time. It never felt like we like got into a rhythm. It was just kind of ugly, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like we are a good team. We will
Yep.
find a way to win. Like
Yep.
it felt like with I don't know what was it like
Delaware.
when no, I'm saying like 7 or 8 minutes left or 10
Yep.
minutes left. It's like 46-46. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah. You know that before we jump into our first segment, well, what I'll say to add to that is like I think we're a little bit spoiled with like the expectations and just how good this team has been. You know, Richie and AJ and Rob scoring all three of them in 20 in the 20s the last two games, and they were close to getting it tonight, even though it was ugly, right? Which would have been, I think, the first time they were saying on the broadcast that happened in 30 years or something. But it's like it felt like we were down 25 and we were down 5, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we come out in the second half, we hit a couple and ones, we hit a big three, and it's like, oh, we're winning. Like
Totally.
it just speaks to the level of just expectations, right or not. I think people have high hopes and a high bar for this team, and rightfully so, in my opinion. But yeah, all
Yeah.
right, let's jump into segment number 1 in English. In French, it'd be uno.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, we're going Wordle. We're going one word reaction. You guys know how the game works. 1, 2, 3. Storm.
Gutsy.
Storm. I'm going first. Weather the storm. I tweeted right towards the end of the first half. AJ took a nasty fall. He just looked off, like it was obvious that he wasn't feeling well. That was also reported right before the game. You could see it, right? Like just his energy, like it was almost like he knew what he had to do and he was just conserving energy, right? Like he was getting to his spots and doing like the minimum to just be efficient, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, he looked sluggish, and he had 25, right? Like just absurd. But he fell weird on his arm. He's like letting his shoulder hang. Like we're in a little bit of foul trouble. We don't have Beto, which I actually think had an impact in this game just because they were
Beto.
just because they were so physical. They were just packing the paint. His ability to come in and impact and be efficient, I think, depends on how many reps he's actually gotten with the team. But like 2 months from now, like he's perfect for this game, right? And I still think he would have helped. So it just kind of felt like a perfect storm, and it was a storm that we weathered, right? Like we're down by 9 early, I think, in the second half, with all those things going on our home court. Crowd is totally out of it. You could hear like individual people in the crowd yelling things, or like their team yelling things to their defense as they were getting set. So to weather that storm, like we said, good teams find a way to win. I think there's things that we need to work on. There's things we need to fix. We're going to dive into that, but we weathered the storm, got the dub.
Which I also think just like says so much about this team, because we talked about this just the the games in like the WCC when you're playing against a pretty good team in an empty arena where like, and not to say the Marriott Center was empty, but there are games where it's like this. I mean, I just said it that like the energy was a little bit like
Yeah.
off. The game never felt right,
Yep.
and those are the hardest games to win
100%.
because it is so fun when that place is like just freaking rocking from the
Yep.
start, and it's like the energy is just crazy. It's like every time you make a shot or get a rebound or like tip the ball out of bounds, like the place goes nuts, and it's like, oh, we're gonna kill this team tonight.
Yep.
Like we're in this. But when it's like, oh, we got a few guys sick, like we're not playing well, we're in foul trouble, the place is quiet, like those really are the hardest games to win.
Yep.
And the fact that we, it goes back to my word, gutsy, which is just like we like just figured out a way to win. And it wasn't pretty and it wasn't how we expected, but like we got it done, and it just is the mark of a great team.
Yep. Agreed. I mean, add into all the things happening, a 9:00 tip off. Nobody likes
terrible.
And we spoke with some staff from TCU today, and they were like, it's also the worst on the road because you're just eating, which is like so true. It's like you don't know what else to do, so you're just kind of like, you go to breakfast, you have the shoot around, you probably grab a snack because you're bored, and then you go to team meal, and then you're bored again. So you got this big snack room like in the hotel. You're just like, it depends on your pregame ritual. Like I couldn't really sleep, so like I'd just be walking around, like grab a chewy bar from the snack room, walk back, be on my phone, walk back to the team room. Like it was
a snack sometimes at that level is like Chipotle or something. Right. It's not like the actual team meal, but it's like, hey, put in your Chipotle order. It's like, holy crap, we ate at 8 a.m., had lunch at 12, snack at 3, and then pregame meal at like 5 or 6. It's
100%.
like, crap.
100%. All right, we're gonna jump into the next segment. We're gonna player of the game.
Is that like our transition music?
That's our new transition. We got jingles up in this.
Nice.
All right. I want to hear it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
AJ
Poskovich.
I was gonna say him, honestly.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you were. All right, go first. You're AJ.
I don't know. He looked. It's kind of what you're saying. It kind of felt like he was just kind of doing enough, and then you end up looking at the stat sheet, and it's like, man, the dude had 25.
Yeah,
but like he picked
not the most efficient game, but like
for
efficient.
Sure. But he picked his moments, and like they were huge shots. He had the two and ones in the middle of the paint, getting guys in the air, which I don't know if everyone fully understands just how difficult that is to guard.
Yeah.
Because he rises up so high, and it's like if you leave your feet, he's smart enough to, use his footwork and his pump fakes. And anyway, I just thought he like once he picked his moments, it was like, okay, go AJ. And let's figure this out. And like we needed those buckets big time, and it feels like he just knows. He's like, all right, we need me right now. Like, let's go. I'm gonna figure this out.
Yep. Yeah. Let me. By the way, I'm just checking while you're talking. We're right on that 30% mark, bro. The non-big three took 29% of our shots.
Yeah.
It's just amazing that we just keep hovering around that number, dude. And again, it wasn't an efficient night for the big three, but like, that just like gutsy weathering the storm, like, dude, combined they shot 12, 17 for 48, the big three.
This is insane. Like I hadn't even noticed this. I was just kind of looking individually, but like we shot 35% from the field and 21% from 3. Like that's horrendous.
Yeah.
To win. Like I'm not blasting us. It's like that's what we've talked about. It's like we figure out ways to win. To shoot 35%, 21% from 3, and come out have 11 assists and come out with a win. It's like that's a great win because it just happens. You're gonna have games where like we shoot the ball poorly and it's just not great. But the fact that we like figured out a way to win, it speaks
Yep.
volumes to me.
I agree. I also, again, tweeted this. I feel like our second half adjustments, because we're quote unquote second half team, that's been kind of a story this year, can be more simply summarized as we lock it in on defense and we stop settling for threes. Like, I'd love to see the 3-point breakdown first and second half. I don't have that pulled up on ESPN, but it just felt like we were kind of falling in love with it a little bit in the first half. And then the second half, it's like we came out, boom, hit two. We had 2 and 1s in the paint, like 2 feet in the paint, ripping through these guys and like really finally kind of met their physicality. I'm going with Boscovich. I mean, he just had an efficient 15 minutes, right? Like we knew he was gonna get minutes. KY talked about it, when it was kind of announced that Beto was going to be out, that Hadim and Bosky were going to get minutes. So he was like, yeah, they're going to get an opportunity. I'm excited to see them step up, right? And so you get a 3 for 5 from Bosco, 1 for 2 from 3. Made his free throw, 4 boards, and assist. He had a big block on another dunk attempt. These are like some of the worst dunk attempts I've ever seen. The ones that he's blocking, like I swear the guys are like losing the ball already. But it's like,
oh my gosh, give him some respect. Just
but
say
but
good
like
job.
It's sparking the crowd. Like it's those moments that you're mentioning where like the roof blows off, which like really kind of wills the team a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
So I thought he played great, and just speaking to kind of the bigger picture, his individual story this year is like he's been ready. Like I think he's really simplified his game and embraced his role and understood his role on a level that's deeper than it was last year, and it shows. So I hope that he continues to get burned, once Beto is back. He's doing his job and he's helping us win. I thought he did a great job tonight.
We'll talk about him here in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting distracted by this comment section. I'm about to go crazy. We gotta wait one more segment. All right, segment 3. TJ, this is you. Something or nothing.
Something or nothing. I already know my answer to this, so I'm like another slow start. This one was maybe a little bit different. We've talked about conference play, just how like scouted you are and how every team just knows like this is what they shoot from these spots and this guy is comfortable doing this and not comfortable doing this, and like it was a slow start, but it seemed like they packed the paint pretty good. And granted, we shot 21% from 3, and so it was a challenge for us. If we're shooting well, it's like maybe we are off to the races pretty quick. But slow start, TCU really made an emphasis that we are going to stop the drive. We're going to pack the paint. We're going to make them do something else. And a little bit of a slow start for us again. Something or nothing.
I think it's or.
You can't keep doing ors, bro. I'm just gonna say something / nothing. You're gonna say slash.
I'm okay, fine. Or plus, a little bit leaning towards something. Not even necessarily like because I'm like, oh, BYU's incapable of something, but more like the way that we might be forced to play is just hard with the way that we're built. So what I mean by that is these guys, they packed the paint, played ultra physical, and they were like, yeah, shoot it. And I feel like we were like, okay, yeah, we'll shoot it. Second half, for whatever reason, we were able to get through that and get some easy ones to get started. And I just felt like, again, I'm going back to that tweet that I said, like we got 2 feet in the paint and we stopped settling for threes. So I mean, a little bit of something, just because like we have such a talented team that can get in the paint. Like I felt like Rob Wright was totally off his game. Everything seemed hard for him. The finishes at the rim were tough. And so something, just because it's hard when teams do that, right? Mm-hmm. And anybody can have a bad shooting night. And so TCU, who I think is great and I think was totally underrated by a lot of people coming into this game. You and I watched them over the weekend and felt like they were going to be a lot tougher than most people were giving them credit for. But like, with all respect to TCU, Arizona is very capable of playing the same way and will do it a lot better, in my opinion, right? Like, they can also pack the paint. They have just tons of size and physicality. So, if we don't figure out how to get some easy offense and some simple flow, and they slow it down and don't let us get out in transition, and we're not shooting the ball well, it's going to be a tough night, right? So,
but
I don't expect us to not shoot the ball well, right? But I'm saying, like, right, there are bad shooting nights. This isn't the only night we've had poor results from the 3-point line. So it's a little bit of something, but it's not like I'm pressing the panic button by any means.
But if you're asking me at the beginning of the game, am I good with a team packing the paint on us? Absolutely. Like,
say the first part of that.
I'm saying, if we're heading into a game and you're telling me, okay, their defensive strategies to pack the paint, I'm all for it. I'm like, let's go. Because I mean, just the other night we shot 45% from three. Like, when we're on, we're on.
Yeah.
And we can be really, really effective and efficient from three. And so I like that. If teams want to do that, great. Let's go.
All right, fine. Be wrong. All right. It is time. It's
popping off
right now. All right, I'm gonna jump through these. Adam Sweetland, he said it was sloppy. I agree. And he followed up by, I think this is a good point. Rivalry took a toll on us. I think that's fair. I think we're getting through some things, right? Like, Kaba's just kind of getting back. Like, it doesn't matter. You miss one game. I've told this story before. My freshman year, I had like this bad hip thing that happened. I sat out 2 games. It felt like I was out for a month. Like, just the rhythm and the clicking with the team, like, it really took a little bit to get back to the level that I felt I was playing at. And so I feel like you saw that a little bit with Kaba, maybe. AJ was sick today. A couple other guys just getting out of their sickness. Beto hurt. We're a little bit beat up right now. Beto. I mean, we got to just get through this Texas Tech game with a dub, and then we have a week till the next game, and I'm sure they're going to take advantage of that. That's an early bye, but it could be really, really timely for us. So, yeah, I agree with Adam on that one. I think the refs forgot this was Big 12 basketball, not Junior Jazz. Crap. Dude, I would totally agree. I couldn't believe just the inconsistency for both.
It's so hard to watch, too.
Yeah, it's just like nobody knew how to play. Nobody knew how physical they could be, because it was like one play you could just barrel your shoulder into somebody. The next, they were calling a block and checking for a flagrant one. It was like, what is going on?
No, it was so bad tonight. I hate when refs, they make it about themselves and they're like, all right, we're just going to blow our whistle all night. It's like, sweet. Yeah, we all love watching you guys. It's ridiculous.
Carter, man, just some really excellent points from our man Carter Cannon, our brother. He's got a great point. These are good reps for Houston. This is how Houston likes to kind of play.
Mm-hmm.
You just said pack the paint, be super physical. They're excellent at that. And I do agree that we're more equipped for it. So shout out Carter, 3rd time in a row. What's up, baby? Jump in the show next time. All right, one word, relentless. Agreed. I think that fits right into the one word we were talking about.
What about TJ's the GOAT? Throw that up there.
Yeah, I don't want to skip over any, okay? I was at the game. Refs took Richie out of the game. Teammate shots in the stretch. I kind of totally agree. Can't disagree with any of that. This is the dumbest thing I've ever read. Followed up by even worse. TJ's the GOAT. TJ is goated. I think. Who is this? Is this Jeffrey Gilstrap? Is that potentially Jeffrey, our boy?
And then it's followed up by an even better one.
It's followed up by Eric sucks at rowing. That is
true.
That is disappointing that this person is delusional. Okay, the thing is, though, statistically, I am not bad at rowing. I'm actually elite at rowing. And so delusion is within this person's comments, which means you're not goated. Get back on the concept, dude. They are funny, though. And then TCU had a great defensive plan. I texted you this. I totally agree. I thought they executed. I know that the commentators were talking about this a lot, just like the level of detail that Jamie Dixon has in his walkthrough. I've met the guy. He seems like the detailed type. So yeah, hat off to them. Like I think they came in prepared. I think I've said it multiple times tonight. I think they're a lot better than people realize. Like, to me, SEC last year, how many teams they have get in? 8? What are you laughing at?
Maybe more, but no, they had a lot.
No, these comments. Somebody's driving me nuts about the rower. All right.
That's good stuff.
They had SEC had 8. TCU could easily be that 8. You know what I mean? Like,
no, they're gonna make the tournament. They're good, dude.
They're good.
They should have beat Kansas at Kansas, and Kansas just thumped Iowa State.
Wild. We're gonna get
parody
to that
with it. Yeah, but like TCU is good. They almost beat Michigan.
Yeah,
and they beat Florida and a couple other like they have some great wins and they like it's hard to go to Kansas and win, obviously. Hard to come to the Marriott Center and win, obviously. And like they're right there. They just need to get over that hump a little bit, and I think they will.
Nice. Last comment, then we're on to the next. The comments are bumping. Tin Cup, what's up, my boy? This is Ginge. Meant to say wait until Texas Tech and Houston play us. Those teams are so physical, can't force shots and need better offensive sets to score easily. Everything came so difficult offensively. I agree. I think, but we always say this. It's hard to we're nitpicking at this point, right? Like what are we, 15-1 or 16-1? 16-1. Like we find a way. Sometimes it's ugly. Sometimes it's not. Usually it's not. Texas Tech, I agree. That's a big test on Saturday, and I think we're gonna learn a lot about how the rest of the season goes from that game. That's a big time matchup, and that's a team that people say can go really far in the tournament. So going and playing in Lubbock is gonna be dope.
Yep.
All right, sheesh, that was awesome. Too soon, man. I don't want to we already talked about this. I was going to say something about the refs. Is it too soon to say that's the worst ref game of all time?
Of all time, yes. Of this season, no.
What? You mean what? Opposite? You said of all time, yes. Of this season, no.
Yeah, it's too soon to say that of all time.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's the question you asked me. But yeah, this tonight was bad. When you see like Richie getting really upset with the refs, he doesn't bring out that emotion really ever.
It's a good point. So, it's a great point.
It just felt like it was just so like ticky tacky, like little just hands fouls. It's just like, oh my god.
But then not.
Yeah, Rob Wright got to the middle of the paint in the first half, plays off 2 feet, gets to his floater, and just gets popped here on his.
AJ was looking for a couple of calls with that too. I think he got hit on like two jumpers.
I'm just like those are like the easiest calls. It's like just protect the shooter.
Yep.
And that was super weird. And then they call a little like tiny push in the back on Richie for his 4th foul. It's like all those refs know that Richie has 3 fouls too. That's what's upsetting is it's like you're gonna call this little dinky foul to give him his 4th foul that you know is gonna put him on the bench with.
Well, I don't think
left. No, they all do know.
I know, but I don't think that's like that doesn't matter. That doesn't need to be a factor. They can't be thinking like, oh, we can't get like. I agree with you. Fans around the world would hate that if they were keeping track, saying no, we got to keep Mr. Richie Saunders out there.
I'm not saying they.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm saying they're conscious of it. They're aware.
Well, I know. So what does that have to do with anything unless it played a factor into them not calling it, whether it's
but like if it's a foul, it's a foul. Don't call these like little itty bitty fouls that are just like, that's such BS.
No, I agree with that. But the fact that it's his fourth shouldn't matter.
I agree with that.
All right. Then you were wrong initially. Just say it.
I don't know. I wasn't wrong. I'm almost right.
All right. On to the next segment. This is back to you.
This is back to me.
You sure about that?
Even like, I mean, I wrote this down early on in the game, but Bosco, he's earned more minutes, regardless of who's healthy and who's not. Like, he's earned more minutes. He's had his moments this year where it's like he sometimes to me looks a little bit like sped up and wants to just make like fun plays. But I feel like you mentioned this earlier. I feel like he's slowed down. He's embraced his role a little bit more. And like, if he does nothing but bring juice to this team, he's earned minutes.
Yep.
Like when he gets in there, we talked about this game being just like a sluggish game. We didn't shoot the ball well. The crowd wasn't super into it. When he was in, there was some juice. Yeah, and like he got the crowd going, had an and one, had a block, just felt like his emotion and like whether he was scoring or somebody else, it just looked like it meant something to him. And like, that's something I can get behind.
Yep.
Had a few plays that it's like, okay, but I'm sure they're talking about that stuff with him all the time. That's like, don't get too sped up. You don't have to shoot this crazy three. You don't have to do anything spectacular. Just bring juice, get rebounds, get blocks, set good screens, and knock down open shots. And like you get minutes. And I feel like he's doing a better job of that, and he's earned minutes, in my opinion.
I agree. I think you're on about all of that. Again, spoke about this earlier, but more in depth. Like last year, it felt like he was kind of like this. Like I remember putting a tweet out like during the Big 12 conference that like the Boscovich experience was like that meme of the girl who like tastes the drink and she's like disgusted. Yeah, she's like, and then she likes it and then she doesn't like it. Like it was up and down where it kind of felt like coach would throw him out there to mix things up, bring some juice. And then like, if it didn't work, he'd just bring him right back in and then he was done. Right. Whereas this year, like he's not perfect. He's a kid just like all these guys are, but like you can call him more solid. Like you can rely on him for a couple things. You know what you're going to get. And so I totally agree. I don't think it matters who is healthy. I think he needs to be in that Titan rotation. I don't think that's crazy to say at all. I don't think it's crazy to say at all.
So,
all right.
We are sure about that.
Yeah. So we're sure about that. We're
very sure.
All right. Are we the big finish?
It's the big finish.
The big finish. All right. Let's look around the league. We mentioned, man, kind of a crazy day. It's midnight. Welcome to Thursday. Hey, this is our first midnight show.
It's our first midnight show.
We got over 500 people right now. What are you guys doing? Go to bed. What are you doing? What are you doing? TJ can I just tell you guys how mad TJ is that he's awake right now? He's so mad. He was crying about it all day.
I'm not mad that I'm on the show. I enjoy being on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm usually like a few hours into my sleep already.
No, yeah. He's
a doozy.
Yeah, he really loves to sleep. All right, let's just take a look at this and then we'll wrap up. We got go around the horn. Cincinnati winning at Colorado. That's a deflator for Colorado because they
won at home. Cincinnati was home.
Oh man, for some reason the Big 12 website always has that flipped, like from the rest of the world. Okay,
yeah.
Cincinnati won at home. Still deflating though because I think Colorado had some juice. Cincinnati's been a little bit down, so good for Cincinnati.
Yep.
UCF winning a big one on the road. Kansas State. UCF's a good team, dude. They're a good team. They're a tournament team, I think.
The whole league's good.
Texas Tech beating Utah. No surprise. A little bit closer than I would have guessed.
Really?
Yeah, 14. I don't know.
14's a lot. I think
that's not like a whooping though.
The line was
maybe Utah's on the way up.
The line was 17 and a half. So you're pumped that they lost by 14. You think they're like on the way up for that?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Sure. All right.
Keep going.
How about this one? At Arizona, I had some moron tweet at me because I said I didn't understand how we dropped, which like I kind of get it because it's more of like what Vanderbilt and Nebraska have done versus what we didn't do. But then some people will be like, oh yeah, take care of business. Don't beat like a Utah Utes team by 4. And it was, I look at their profile, it's an Arizona fan. I'm like, nice. They were like, you're just not used to being ranked. Like, take care of business. It's like, well, we did, we won. And then look what Arizona does tonight. Like, it's a rivalry game. You just got to throw it out. Games.
Yeah. What was the line for this one? It had to have been a lot, I would guess. It was 21.5.
Yeah. Crazy.
And they win by 7.
And Arizona State was up in the second half.
Yeah, they were down at halftime. I don't want to hear any of that.
Houston smokes West Virginia. Houston's just a juggernaut. I think West Virginia had like 18 points in the first half. That's tough. That's really tough. And then Baylor beats Oklahoma State, which shows Baylor's got some juice because I still think Oklahoma State is solid. And then Kansas beat down on Iowa State.
Breaks off of Iowa State.
Beat down. That might mean that you and me gotta go to Kansas. Just make it happen. Get wifey's behind it.
I know. Look at this.
TJ's a grump right now.
I know. Come on, Connor. What have I done? I've been smiling. I've been laughing. This has been
smiling
fun.
With your smileys.
With my smileys.
That's great. We gotta get that on this.
Connor, I can't believe you'd say something like that to me.
Awesome. Shout out our boy Sean. Shout out all you listeners. That's all we got tonight. TJ, you want to lead us out with the hotline?
Yeah, we're going to mention the hotline one more time. Let's make this
Until
happen.
You guys jump on there and we hear from you, we're going to keep pushing it.
We want to hear from you. Hit the Center Street Media hotline at 646-694-2538. That is 646-694-2538. Call in with anything, your takes, your questions, your rants. We want to hear it all. Click the link tree in our bio and let us know what is on your mind.
Really well done. Just pleasant.
Thank you. Feels good.
Oh, wait. I'm going to finish with this.
All love.
Baby. It's all love. It's an all love kind of night.
He's like, you're actually super happy.
And to all, a good night. Guys, thank you for being here. We're going to be here post-game. Texas Tech, big one on Saturday. And we'll be joined by Mr. Sean Farnham, who called the game tonight. So that'll be a lot of fun to add somebody into the mix. Sean's a good dude. He's a friend of ours. He still calls me Ivan Drago, so I like him. And he'll be joining us Saturday. So make sure you guys are there and jump into these comments. We love chatting with all of you. See ya.
And go.